Hey, silly. Welcome. How are you doing? Hey, Aishu. Hey, Anurika. It's been a long while. How have you been? Also, somebody confirm the sound because, again, since I'm still recording for my course, my whole setup is all over the place, so. I'm going crazy, thank you. No, just kidding. I really, really, really am thankful to anyone who shows up in this stream to just chat, because can you believe that I actually need to socialize? I've never felt this. The music is a little bit loud. Okay, let me just turn it down a little bit. Honestly, after 14 years of working alone, and my sister always tells me and asks me if, like, don't you feel bored? Don't you feel like you want to talk to people, see people, go out? And I'm always like, no, actually, no. But now that I'm actually working, and I'm happy about it, don't get me wrong, I'm super excited about everything that I'm doing. But yeah. I genuinely miss you all, talking to you and having just silly fun. Hey Frog, welcome. I don't know why is the music so loud. I can't even see it. The bar for the music is really loud. I just came to tell my fave author and the one I look up to. I did launch your story. You launched your story. Congratulations. Ah, I wish you all the best with it. Ah, you're in for a wild ride. Do enjoy it. Congratulations. Hey, and welcome. My week is full, it's crazy. I haven't been this busy since college. But in college, I was dragging myself because I didn't know what to do. I didn't understand a thing. But right now, I understand everything, which is cool. But I feel like the time is really tight. Let's go to the Colosso page and let's talk a little bit about the course, since I am feeling social. Colosso. Can we find our... Oh, we can find our class really fast. It's today's top 10? My god. White? Your course at the right timing? Listen, I was just thinking today, if you don't care about art, just sign up to see how everyone thinks about everything at once. Today I was talking about the fashion sheets that I do before every chapter, and I'm like, this is crazy. Honestly, I am shocked by myself because I've been doing this for so long and I never thought about anything, like how everything came to be. But writing this course, I was kind of forced to think how I think of things, and now I'm shocked in a way. But yeah, for those who haven't seen the page, look, I am selling it with the lighthouse and all that. I hope you find it beneficial, Anurika, for your project. Do you write the novel version at the moment? Then we will sometimes comic version, which is cool because I actually picked one side story that I wrote for Greyis. It's called Dark Guilt, if anybody is familiar with that one. It's up on the website, and I'm adapting that novel-like story into a comic scene, a manga scene. But yeah, so let's see. Where's the curriculum? Here's the curriculum. So, wait, there's something on my screen. What is this? This is probably Sia, you know? This is probably Cici. Dude, there's this, you know, dried milky kind of water. I don't drink anything around my tablet. This is summer vacation for me, and yeah, your course is in the perfect time. My God, I would love to hear any input about it, and I also would love if you talk about it. If you have any social media, just talk about it once it launches. And if you're, of course, if you're satisfied. If you're not satisfied, then honestly, I would be shocked because I did put everything. And Clip Studio Paint, if you know nothing about it, if you know little about it, you'll be shocked how much you will learn. Because just as a hobby, I go to the menus and check things out in general. So I know things that are hidden. I used to do a lot of training, so I totally get the feeling so much. It's just muscle memory. So when you have to break it down for others, yeah, I'm shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. And I made this whole section of how, because when I write, I think visually. I don't really explain in my scripts what the panels are. But because I had to think of people who don't have that skill, and those people who can't see images in their brain, which I'm still baffled that there such people exist that can't see images. Aphantasia is what's it's called. And yeah, so I was trying to take the pictures that are in my head and draw them on paper while I'm trying, like I read a line and then I draw the visual that I've seen. So it's been cool. A lot of work, crazy work. I'm working from dawn till midnight. Quite literally. I dropped working on chapter 78, but it's worth it, I feel. Hopefully. I wish to join just to see Greyis, but I'm broke. No worries, no worries. I'll eventually release it. I'll definitely release it. Hey, CH. So yeah, where I'm at right now, so we have a total of 33 lessons, and wait, every time I scroll, I see all these dots that, yeah, I'm not sure what's this. I'm gonna kill her. I was already angry with her today because I started putting a plate, a bowl, and fill it with water for birds to come bathe in. You know, tiny birds, when they bathe in water, the cutest thing ever. And after a month, a tiny bird decided to come and bathe in this water, and then she jumped on the window. There goes a month of waiting. Your way in visualizing and writing is unique, but will help both write. I really hope so. I tried my best. Again, when I was working on the fashion sheet today and how I choose the fashion colors, and we don't work with colors, we're working with manga, so it's only gray, black, and white. But the way I choose these things, or the way I choose the patterns, I'm like, how do I do this, man? It's for a millisecond I was kind of worried that it's too much. I also recorded a theory. You know what takes the most from me is the theory lessons, because at first I started just improvising and talking about things, and I got a mental breakdown because it was so bad. So I decided to start writing scripts like I do for YouTube videos. And it got easier, but the process got longer. So this lesson 12, analysis, script and storyboard of published work, I talk about volume 9, the award-winning volume 9. This took a lot of time. I put like a duration for it, and it took double the duration when recording. So this one is one that I'm hoping people, I hope people will enjoy. But yeah, right now, today, before this stream, I reached this, lesson 14. Crazy. Sia said gave her something. Ah! She drives me crazy. This cat drives me crazy. But yeah, I had a crisis when recording today. Oh, another thing that drove me crazy was my computer wasn't keeping up with the recording because of all the encoder that I was using was lagging greatly. So I streamed just fine. But for some reason, when recording, it was giving me real trouble. So I keep, if you noticed, for the last 2 years, I've been online on Discord. If I went offline these past few days, it's because I have to quit everything to record these lessons. Sorry. And just today, I found out a way to change the encoder, and now it's light as heck when I record. Thankfully, I'm not too far. Like, I'm not too close to the end, so I kind of learned this trick midway through the course, so I can enjoy the rest, hopefully. But yeah, there is a part of me that is constantly stressing because I really need to finish this, and I kind of feel the amount of work is way bigger than the amount of time that I still have. So let's hope. Hey, Elma, welcome. So yesterday I was expecting to go to Discord and find Violet Tate. There was none to be found. Thank you, Frog. I really hope it goes smoothly as well. I will finish this thing and I instantly have to work for another huge thing with a trip included. If a war doesn't break out, that is, and the trip isn't cancelled, then I will be busy with another big thing. The final big thing, I guess, for now. Hey, Kang. Welcome to the stream. You must work, but take care also. Yeah, I'm taking care when I have to. And my brother was... The funniest thing is my brother had some time off work for the last 2 weeks. So it was just fun to record whenever I feel like, because I do need silence and calmness around. But yeah, he went back to work yesterday, so he sleeps earlier. So I can't record at night anymore. Allah barak Vicky, thank you, Anne. For now, no. Hopefully, the thing is, I can't say anything. I decided beginning this year, once I was awarded the International Manga Award, I decided that yeah, it's this year. I can't say no to anything. I will accept everything. And then 2026 is gonna be my isolation year, my hibernation, hopefully. Thank you, CH. I have my issues with Violet, but I give her a lot of grace because being essentially an only parent. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, still, I thought the way Larissa talked, I thought that I will see people talking about Violet. I really want to finish a game I'm playing. I want to do a stream of all the games, the demos that I have for games I downloaded on my Switch. I want to try them all. So I have so many things I want to, I just want to be done with this course to the best of my abilities. I'm putting 200% of my brain power into this. And it's funny. For years and years and years, I said, no, teaching, not for me. And I knew it's not for me, but I also knew that I can do it if I put my mind into it. Because it's, in the end, it's a skill that you have to develop, and I didn't have the interest or the time to develop it. But come on, you can't say no to Colosso. So, how are we doing? Greyis update and all. By the way, sorry for the short update. I feel like it's a short update, but at the same time, when I read it, I felt like it gives enough. It's not like dry. There's a lot of text and lore, maybe. I'm just impressed with Larissa's development and how that will contribute to Black. Yeah. We are still going to rate all the conversations that happen in this chapter and see which one is the best, because each one has its own flavor and its own not this one, wait. I changed my whole interface for the course, so I can't find anything anymore. What do I want? Oh, why is it up? It's down here. It should be up, I guess. I'm so surprised with how White's dealing with Larissa. Even he hides behind the words and it's like just responding to her, but he still talks. Yeah. He did decide to try and do things differently in this chapter. Maybe he will find out that, hey, that pays off actually. I really love the talk about the importance of friendships. Yeah, thank you. I feel like this unplanned, but this arc has a lot of talk about friendship. We have the previous one with Jad as well. Even the shift in White to questioning his friendship and all that is wasn't. I don't think it was in the plans when I was writing. Will I need to go before I spoil something on me? Because I still don't... Oh. I don't think you will... No, I don't think. Visually you won't, but you can't trust what we're gonna talk about. Thank you, Anarika. Best of luck with your project as well. I hope it launches really well and... it just being the beginning of a great thing. The fact that he hasn't pulled a runner in this chapter yet is pretty epic. Yeah, yeah, we love to see it. White being epic, because, you know, there has been like a while where he's just going down and down. And I was worried for him. Why doesn't skip? Oh, it skips all at once. Yeah, but he just needs some time to find his footing again, I guess. I have a question. Do you think you can have more public in Webtoon, or is it preferable to publish in different apps or social net? Do you think you can have more publicity in Webtoon? Personally, I always advise for people to be everywhere. When they can, they should, when they can, money-wise and maybe learning-wise, because it's a skill you have to learn, I always urge everyone to invest in their own website, but also put your story everywhere. Post it as like broken up on Twitter, on Instagram, Blue Sky, any platform that you have, just put it out there. Webtoon and all the similar websites. Of course, always make sure of the copyrights there. And yeah, I always say, I talk about the website because I feel like this is the best thing I've done. If I look back, the best thing I've done for this story is having my own website, even with all the headaches and the late nights and the banging my head on the table and things breaking and asking people to help. It's just good that I have the story in one place. And now I feel like it's way easier to set up a website. In any case where like your main platform is gone, the website isn't for like publicity or discoverability or audience, but it's just good to have everything in one place in case the main platform that you're using just crashes or is gone. Rooting and yapping about you to my time away. Thank you so much. Always paint a realistic picture of me. I act super friendly, but in general, I am well-mannered, but I don't like my first impression because it's too nice, and then people get fooled into thinking that I'm not as grumpy as I am. What is this? What am I doing? The bugs in the blog? The bugs in the blog? I mean, talking to a friend, it really helps, don't you think? And builds something between you two. Frog, you have the opposite issue. Let's think of it. Which is worse? For people... Because here's the thing. I know that people from afar are intimidated by me. And I feel that's how you are perceived as well. But then when they approach and start talking to me, I become overly friendly because I worry for dear life that I would alienate anyone. And I don't want to make anyone feel that feeling. So I become overly welcome and they get the wrong impression that I'm just an extrovert, upbeat, happy, hyper black kind of character. And the website, it's suddenly something went wrong and you have... Yes, my God. It drives me crazy, but again, I'm just happy with my past self for taking care of a website for so long. Wait, not this. Hey, Tam. Welcome. But yeah, which is worse? People thinking that you are unwelcoming and scary or like not really easy to get along with, and then realizing that you're not, which is the better shock value, which has the better shock value. I feel like it's your case, Frog. Poor Larissa, not having friends. And none of Now you can collect some like crumbs here and here and there about Rita, because in chapter 9 we have Black mentioning that Rita is probably jealous because she can't have what we have. When they were talking about their friendship, he was talking to White. And then we have in chapter 36 in volume 5, Kid Rita thinking that she's happy, she's glad that Black is around, he's normal crazy in the house. And then he became friends with White and probably got busy with him. And now we learn that none of the members of this family ever had close friends. So, collect the crumbs. This chapter specifically will make me change my mind up. I imagined as much, to be honest. I was so excited for this chapter and this interaction specifically. White needs to interact more with. He probably has a very strange idea about interacting with females in general. That's why he jumped from, oh, I'm interested about this girl, to I want to meet your father. So it's good that there's this female that he can talk with where there is no room for any progression romantically, you know? Most of the time I get, after many days, week, I thought you were mean, but honestly you're pretty chill. Yes, I'm serious about my business, but I'm always trying to be considerate for everyone. I never felt that you're mean, but I have a different experience. But yeah, I feel like coming across as mean and then realizing that you're not is better. But I do feel like, do you ever wish that people will, not wish, but I can see a scenario where, oh yeah, but I can be mean, because people are easy to, this is my problem with people thinking that I'm overly nice. And I'm not mentioning mean in a really like I want to hurt someone kind of mean, but more like sometimes people consider being cold or not too enthusiastic as mean. So the problem with my case is if I tone down or not tone down, I just go back to my neutral state, people will start considering that I'm just being mean now. It was a shock that she doesn't have friendship. It's sad. People always say that I'm a scary person and strict, but when we approach you, you're significantly opposite. Yeah, I'd love to have that experience more than. I know people from afar, like very far, they do have this idea of me and I'm fine with it. But then they come close and my glass facade comes is I don't want you to feel alienated. So they forget about the first impression, which is this: she's intimidating. But then the third impression, maybe I have 3 first impressions. I leave people with 3 different first impressions. I'm okay with being perceived this way because I am kind, but I'm not nice and I don't really have the energy for nice. Yeah, yeah. Have you always been like that, or is it an age thing? I love your comment, Aishu, about White here. White questioning his friendship with Black and then how his eyes. Look at his eyes. Look at all these emotions, man. Like, hold up. Someone is saying that our friendship is precious and important? We have layers. Yeah, I do have a ton of layers. When I wanted to draw an autobiographical comics about my life, it was a diary of a clumsy layered girl or something like this. It's called Misunderstood, like Miss from the title thing. miss and then understood, which I used for a Greyis chapter eventually. And the tagline was gonna be. I've always been this way, but I have gotten kinder over the years. That's cool. Yeah, but in general, you give a very chill air. And snappy comebacks. Smart. Witty. Let's close Firefox because it's lagging here. Okay, well, influencing Larissa's perspective on friendship, or was it Sophie? It's probably work. They're gonna realize that. Everyone's gonna realize that it's the bond that everyone craves. Look at the music, just joining in the right. So this is going to be like this. Ooh, that's a good one, Tam. Definitely not intentional, but I like it. I love a lot of the readings on these visuals. Again, I would appreciate if next update you read the last panel before jumping to the new update. I would have loved if I added more pages to this update, but it's so hard to find a stopping point. And at the same time, I am worried about with everything that I'm doing. I don't want to have the story go on break. I have this real worry that there will be a break after chapter 78, and I'm very sorry. I will be very sorry. I am very sorry now, and I would be very sorry then. But I think I'll share more about that once everything is clear about a trip I have and about when this chapter is done, so you can understand why I'm sorry. Makes me use my brain more? Well, you're welcome. And then this. I was never able to make any friendships. People at school put all sorts of different facades around this, and I was always too busy at home to have the time to filter who is being genuine and who is faking it. I thought they don't matter anyway. No one in the family had close friends. I was friends with Celine and Yadlar with Nad, who are distant relatives, and then Isa, who eventually became family too. But now I feel like it would have been nice if I had close friends. I'll keep my eye out for the news after chapter 70. Yeah, and there is this thing that I want to share after this scene is done with Larissa. Because there is a piece of dialogue that I wanted to add, but there was no place for it, so I just scrapped it. But it's a nice trivia, I feel. Are you concerned about your taking care and rest wherever? Thank you, but actually releasing pages and talking about them is a form of rest for me. So when I announce a break, I am the first person who is sad about it, to be honest. Like I am kind of shocked that I was able to stream today because with all these recordings, all I'm doing all day is just talking to a mic. So I should have no energy to stream, but at the same time, I do miss this. I do miss talking to all of you and talking about Greyis, especially because I'm not working on chapter 78. Now, thankfully, I am working on chapter or a scene for the course, but I am still in the storyboarding phase, so there is no final beautiful visuals to keep me entertained. But yeah, thank you for considering my well-being. I am trying to. I was worried yesterday that I caught something, and I never take meds or painkillers, but I did take enough yesterday because I was worried that I caught something and I'm gonna be sick, and I can't afford to get sick, not right now. I'll be sad, but from the other side, it's the year of Greyis and its author. It's the year of Greyis. I'm just a representative. Genuinely. Again, the Whisper Village is also a reason for them not having... Yeah, 100%. Thank you, Tam. I guess Larissa met Issa. Yes, 100%. I will draw it maybe as a clipping one day. But yeah, I imagined back in the day that they would go on the same ride to the school and Issa fell in love. There's this clipping that I wrote about Black being angry. Like, how do you become friends with someone and then look at their sister? So Black is being protective is a thing. He continues to be angry at Issa for a good while. Larissa is getting mother hair now. Next update or the next, you're gonna see her in a ponytail. So I'm just teasing here. Black protective mode, 100%. Volume 10 will be a monument of Grey. I hope so. Every time I think about it, I feel... I was talking to a friend of mine the other day and I told her that I feel like this book, I will regret some decisions about this book later down the line in the future. Don't ask me why, it's just I feel like it's a humongous book. But I can't see how I would find any other way how I would have it any other way. Nope. Let's move. Did someone say volume? Welcome, Blue. Yeah, we're just dreaming that someday I'm gonna be printing this book and gonna be ranting about it. But for now, we're really happy with this book. So it's funny. This line is kind of funny to be said to White because his only support system for a very long time. Does he have a support system? Does he think of anything he has between the three people he has as a support system? But still, the family he was born into didn't really want him at first. And then the family he creates, he sucked at starting it. So... But he has a friend. It's an even numbered volume. Don't remind me. I hate number 10. But it's gonna be so good in terms of content, I feel. If there's something we could help with to make it a little easy for you, don't hesitate to us. Thank you so much, and thank you. I really appreciate it. Just all the comments and interactions mean a lot to me, so thank you. For Larissa, I feel it's painful for her to have this realization about the importance of friendship at this stage of life. When she's really busy with her family and personal life, feels like it's a bit late. Yeah, this is the sad layer of this conversation. These two people that just didn't live their friendship, their childhood, and it sucks. It's a very, very ugly, not ugly. It's a very dark realization when you realize that you didn't live your childhood, or even though I would argue White did live a good amount of his childhood with Black. He doesn't see that he didn't live his childhood, but he was robbed of it. Robbed of it. Yes, robbed of it. In a certain way, with him being too mature and stuff. And being a perfect person. This also confirms that what Daya said in the yes. Oh, the chat screen. That's right. Is this too close? The previous screen is the one I record with. White's personal accountability meter is wild. I love that. Tell us more. I feel like this is going to be... You want people... Okay, let's see this. And then restore it. It kind of warmed my heart that White thought Larissa was the kindest to him in Black's family, and now Larissa shares how her upbringing was doing the parents' part. Yeah. You asked a good question on Discord, which is... did White notice this about Larissa or something? And I just thought that he probably didn't, because he was too busy with a lot of other things in mind whenever he was around Black's family. But it was a nice thing to think about, because in general, I do see White being, as a writer, I see White being interested in people in general and how they live their life, and he noticed others. If he have if he wasn't too self-conscious about how he is being perceived, if that part of him chills, I see him just enjoying reading other people. So your question made me think, if he enjoys it when he chills, he probably has this interest as a human. Like it just was born with him. So I wondered, on his good days, would he notice stuff like that between the interactions in the family when he was around Black's family? So yeah, it was a nice thing to think about. You should have named him at... Why? I'm interested. The funny thing is, it is never too late to find an amazing friend. So I have hope that Larissa will find... Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of good friendships happen. This is the thing that I always think about in general. And so late last year, NHK interacted with me, reached out to include a segment in a documentary thing, short documentary thing in a program about manga all over the world, and they wanted to talk about me and my work. It eventually just disappeared or stopped or whatever, but they did send me a few questions, and one of them was like the message that I want to write about and stuff. And I did mention, of course, platonic relationships, family, and friendship. But I also talked that I would love to write more stories for older people, stories about friendship, about dreams and hope, and all the shonen values, but for adult people, because it's sad how we don't ask. The older you get, you stop asking about dreams, you stop asking about... you stop just imagining, having this childhood imagination, and which is like, we don't... It's a very big topic, so we can't just not think about all the underlying reasons for this. But yeah, friendship is one of these things that... Oh, you grow older, so no, you can't have good friends after that. Atlas in mythology carries the world on his shoulder. Oh, yeah, that's white. Yeah, definitely. You can bet that he's gonna get out of all the trauma and all the problems that he's carrying, his own personal ones, and just find the one job that would replicate this, but it will be carrying other people's problems. I can see him doing that. Oh my god, what's this? The Daniel genes are strong. Yeah, they are. You're just walking on a path that already created and you must go through. Ay, 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 ay. I haven't listened to music in a week. All I'm doing is just talking to myself, recording. The only one thing I'm doing is pets, eating, and walking. You will hear your own voice in your... You know, the thing is, so imagine I'm recording, so uh, I'm saying how you format manga to Webtoon. So I'll be saying like, so you just rasterize this panel, and imagine I said frame rather than panel. I'm like, if you make an error, you stop, count 1, 2, 3, and then repeat, so that the editor will have easier time editing and removing the mistakes. So I was walking with my mother yesterday, and I was talking to her. I said something in Arabic. I was talking like in slang Arabic, and I said something wrong, and I said, no. And I repeated the same, and I'm like, my God, how fast do I just pick up these habits? Hydrate incoming? Thanks, silly. Well, my hope was that through this course I will be better at improvising and just talking better in general, but yeah, that's not gonna happen. But I dreamt about it for a... Look at that, we have White's hair. I guess we need to... Now we need a clipping with Larissa and Black just fanboying and fangirling White. And he'd be like Cloud in Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, when he's like almost just slightly smiling because he's enjoying it, but he's also too cool and too proud to show that he's enjoying it. Talking to teach others requires a lot of inaction. Yeah, you know it. Thanks a lot for coming, Blue. I still have to catch up with your replies about Undertale, so I'm super excited for that. Have a good one. No, this is wrong. White, that's weird. Yeah, we can hope that he's over it by then. Right, let me just turn this off and see if I can fill. I can fill it actually. Yay. Yay. Who was there when I was playing Nier? Oh, I also did it in the Alan Wake playthrough. Yay! When we find the red box. I miss gaming, man. Yay! Okay, let's just put... I mentioned Larissa and Black just fanboying and fangirling White because he didn't say anything profound here for her to reply with, oh, you're a writer indeed. That's my read on it, to be honest. Solemn? What was solemn again? I know the word, but I don't want to guess anymore. I have zero trust in my guessing meanings ability. Especially since it was a second hand... Yeah. Yeah. But she's like, oh, he found just the right answer for a while I can't express. Writer. She shouldn't start a YouTube video and do analysis of stuff. Everything's gonna be super smart when it's not. I had the same exact thought, Dee, but I didn't give it much thought. Coffee in the manga has definitely become a metaphor for early puberty. It's children. Oh, yeah, I love that conversation on Discord about it. Larissa covers the cup as if she wishes someone had stopped her from drinking coffee, not live her childhood. Yeah, I like that reading. I love gaming, but whenever it starts game, I feel headache and it ruins. Oh my god, that's very annoying. To be fair, sometimes you don't need to something profound, just have words where before they. Yeah, but still, I just there. I felt like he didn't say anything to warrant that writer comment. But if you think so, then I feel at ease because I love different readings to any line I share, to be honest. Solemn is like sad and serious. Thank you. Yeah, she's been doing some thinking. It's cute to see whites in manga fan club. Glad to hear that. He needs one. And he needs one with new members. That is the reaction we want to see from White. Having new people. Fan... What is the general word for fanning? Fanboy, fangirl? Loving someone so much. Out of context, but for me it's funny because I'm learning normal conversation in English and see you, Joe. I can understand more than I... Yeah, there is a thing when you understand a language more than you can use it. But yeah, maybe you should join us more and more and improve. I want to say improve your English, but then I can't trust. I personally have a lot of mistakes and broken English. Nerissa being impressed with White's answer made me think that it just resonated with her. Yeah, definitely, for sure. She probably was looking for what it feels like, or what it felt like when she realized this. How her childhood was just gone and she didn't get to experience it fully. And it's not easy for someone to... This is like, could be seen if you mirror it with Daniel and White's conversation, because with Daniel, White said, the damage seems unreparable, and Daniel is like, yeah, your childhood is irreversibly ruined. And then here, like, it's not easy for someone to put it that way, but it was so casual and fine between nephew and uncle. But here, maybe Larissa couldn't even think of it that way. Like, it's too much of a realization to put it that way. And then how White just casually says it, maybe not only resonated with her, but kind of made it, oh yeah, that's it, and it's okay, in a way. He's had one, he's just too busy being down on himself and drowning in his own depression to realize. The funniest thing with White is I've never felt him like he's drowning in his own depression. But like this book is showing him, like I always saw him still in a dark space, just still, not doing anything. But this book is actually making a verb out of that existence. But yeah, he's always had one, that's for sure. Hyping over, maybe? Yeah. Fanboy geeking out, probably. Geeking out as well, but geeking out a human? Or a... And learned language to specifically hear my streams? My god. But you got so better so fast. Seriously. Too painful of a realization, yeah. But it does feel like a kind of realization that you just have to acknowledge and then walk from there. Like, it would do... I was gonna say Daniel. It would do Yildar a great service if he... just all the realizations that he has about his childhood and his family, if he just put it that way and try to move on. Just like, what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna keep fighting everyone over what happened in your childhood when there's nothing to do anymore? Life keeps moving forward, yes. I personally find great comfort in realizations like this, no matter how dark or ugly they can be. I'm just very comforted by finding an answer. So the update ends with, but I recently had a baby and it's tough. Are we gonna start talking motherhood? What do you think? You're drawing for hands and thank you. I wish I have tips other than keep drawing them. Something related to her talking with Rita, maybe? There will be Rita mentioned at some point. We can just make up a bingo card and see where we're headed for the rest of this chapter. I'm not sure where Larissa is going with that last sentence. Is she more understanding of Violet? I mean, she starts with, listen, I'm not justifying it. What is it? But I recently had a baby, and it's tough. I can't wait for Saturday. I feel that Eldar, even with that realization, won't move much because of his personality in a way. The thing is, he has the realization. He knows that his childhood sucked. He knows that his father wronged him. He knew a lot of things. The jealousy. He has all the knowledge. It's just like he's stopping. Like somebody do something about it because it's everyone's blame. There's nothing that he did wrong. He says probably 5 times the husband noir. There is an Issa mention as well. We're playing bingo with an invisible bingo grid. Let me get my chapter. See next update. Maybe she will make excuse for her mother too. He doesn't know how not to be a victim. A good way to put it. For not giving her a chance to live her childhood, she's going to give an excuse to her mother. So next update is that a mother is not available all the time and stuff. That's very cool. I love predictions. Just saying, she realizes it's hard with an amazing supporter and neither Noir nor Jad were that. Yeah. I need to check next update. How many pages do we have anyway? Let's go option. So next is June 28th. We have 21. Where's 21? What? So the update should have ended here? The update should have ended here? I messed up the update? Wait, where's my notebook? Where is Jad's mom when you need... Oh, where is Jad's mom when you need her? Let's see. Oh, I haven't marked... I don't know what next update is. Probably... It looks like I messed up the update. Last update should have been... Last update should have... Dude... MVP? I can't wait for her next mention. Jad's mother. Okay, so next update, I have no idea. Okay, so it's probably going to be 1-2 pages. Even though I rather it's 5 pages. Or 4 pages. I gave you too much, but not this, like... Today should... No, yesterday. We're not Saturday. Yesterday, the update should have ended here, so that probably means this page and the one before it was supposed to be the update. Or I can't count, which is a valid thing. It looks like I messed up the whole update page count or something. We started this scene with White asking Daniel, how do you move on? And he says that the answer comes from the most random people at the most random places or something like that. So you still have to get to the answer for that question. The most logical character in the story and Grandpa Momser. No? Has no concept of his own accountability. I should read this conversation. Literally White's polar opposite. Yep. Grandpa Momser is hilarious. He's very fun. My god, he made me feel so good in that last chapter. I love old people. And we didn't expect it to be Larissa, yes? Hey, we're done with the format. The formatting. And we don't know what the next update is, and I'm kind of a little bit upset about having a wrong update schedule. Because it could have ended somewhere else. Because I was upset yesterday about ending it here, because I feel like this works well with the next page. This line. But yeah, it's good that we got a conversation out of it, just trying to guess what Larissa is getting at or where she's gonna move next. Yep. You should be curious about the next page, Tam. I really like the visuals of Larissa. Thank you. It was fun to draw. I love drawing smoke, and I kind of play with smoke when I drink coffee as well, but it gets annoying when the steam becomes water on your palm. It makes us curious, yes, and predict, which I like. Thank you for being here. Yes, Aishu. I always have to thank you all for being here when I do these, and in general, I'm very thankful for you being here because I did need to socialize and talk about Greyis. I genuinely did, and I wanted to talk about the course as well. Two hour and 14 minutes. That's good. I thought that I'm gonna stream for 1 hour and crash, but we've won 14 minutes over that hour. So yeah, I guess I'll end the stream. Thanks a lot for coming. And I will work extra hard this week so I can finish everything and we can have a good stream on Saturday. I missed my Greyis Saturday yesterday. A pro at talking now, D? Hopefully. We'll see if that improves my speech capabilities. Who knows? Thank you, Tam. Will do. All of you, take care of yourself as well and enjoy your time. See you around. Good night.